Taurus, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest. Chillin', my name's Armando. This is a message for the Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising Collective. Regardless of your natal placement, this may resonate with you. I strongly suggest that you take only what does and leave the rest to the rest. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I honor you. I honor your path. Ever so grateful to connect. Ever so grateful, as always, for our energetic exchange. This message is attuned to the next 2 weeks, the first half of November, as we approach the full moon in your sign of Taurus and the last quarter moon in Leo. Once again, thank you for being here. Hit like if the message does resonate, or if you'd just like to support me and the growth of the channel, feel free to share this with anyone that you think may enjoy it and leave me a comment. I ask and I've asked that our guides of the highest, most brilliant divine white light protect me, you and us, you, me and us, you and all of us, as I channel and interpret for your Taurus divine. I'll just leave it at this. Moon is really highlighting where you are taking action, what you are taking action towards. Does everything have to be done so fast? Does everything have to be completed at this moment? Sure, there are many things on the list. Don't forget that you'll have to review a lot of this, so it's best that you take your time anyway, is the way I regard it. If you can, obviously, I know there are things that must be done accordingly, in accordance with whatever law you may be abiding by. I laugh only because I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by you, how you take action and how slow I am, and how I sometimes take a long time to create action. Thank you for being here. What you have essentially been shown is what you need to cut out, right? I think we talked about that in the last message. It's very significant that you release anything that keeps you from your desire to grow, whether financially, whether just you're honoring that your level, your value once it is rising, or that you want to exhibit a new level of value and self-value. It starts with you, as always. This could be a moon that highlights a lot of work and what comes with that and what surrounds that, health, as well as your religious or spiritual attunement. Maybe you are not religious, but you are asked to look at soul level aspects that you bring into your day to again, the hour by hour, day by day. Spirituality, gratitude practices, anything like that. Shadow work practices, journaling, or exercise even. How do you love your body? Do you consider those aspects in your day, spiritual aspects in your day? Okay, anyway, time to move on from that, right? Thank you so much. One Sacred Symbols Oracle for the Taurus Sun and Rising Collective for their next 2 weeks, for the first half of November. Thank you so much as we approach the full moon in their sign of Taurus. Okay, grounded, staying grounded. Card 22. Yes, so the number 22 is a master number of creation. The number 2 is attuned to the moon, the vibration of the moon, and these karmic notes of fate. The dragon's head, the dragon's tail, Pisces and Virgo. Okay. Water, staying grounded in this highly emotionally volatile, emotionally this wash of emotions. Okay, so that could be a cathartic release in this case for you to just let it all out. Especially if you do honor that in those instances, we should have a guide. So again, the spiritual aspect and component of it, whether you consider it psychological, whether you consider it religious or spiritual, whether you consider it, that's just like having a counselor or your parents or a specific person who is a mentor in your life, a guide. Ancestors are very significant during this very commercial time of holiday season. I know. What is it about your message that just wants me to be such a mercurial asshole, right? Okay. Grounded. Okay, in the mind, especially. How do the emotions stir the mind? When you are anchored, you can't go anywhere. And that's what I mean is air, card 28 just goes. It just flows. It's just like it does your mind flow. And it's beautiful to be that intelligent and that quick and effective, right? As mercurial times call for that, but perhaps it's the antidote and the medicine to this fast time, the anchoring, staying grounded before you, I forget the word, but when you reel back the anchor, we're not there yet. We're gonna get there. Okay, I like it. Blue. The sea of blue. Do you feel a little lonesome? Yeah, unconditional love is healing. Bring all aspects of unconditional love. Do you have to be so tough on yourself? Maybe you feel someone is being tough on you, so that is only truly the mirror effect, the reflection that something, instead of you being tough on others, it's likely that, or tough on yourself as in hurry up and get it done. It's more like being tough on yourself to not do that. That could be tough, right? It could be a time to really slow down and feel yourself, feel your body, to attune to whatever you may want in your career. Okay. You are certainly attracting, you're meant to be attracting something at this moment. Can you attune to that vibration? Can you attune the mind and your body and your heart to what you're... Whoa. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Taurus. Okay. Taurus, Sun, and Rising, collective, the situation, the challenge they're facing over the next 2 weeks, and the origin of the basis. Thank you so much, 3 archetypes for the Taurus, Sun, and Rising collective. I like it. The freaking mentor is here again. That's your challenge. The mirror is back, and the warrior spirit. Yes. Okay. Take time to determine what you're actually fighting for. So in that timing, you don't have to fight for anything. Again, the mirror is in reverse, so many things are being reflected to you, so you could feel like folks are projecting onto you, and certainly that does happen constantly, always in our modern social media driven environment and timing. It just is what it is. But in this case, maybe it's best to put those reflective devices down and really truly reflect on what our higher mind, that spiritual level consciousness, what is it trying to actually tell us? Where is it trying to guide us? Because the mentors here, card number 6, the mirror is in reverse, and it is card 68. Okay. And then the ring is the situation at hand here, 52. Again, these like higher level, but it is referencing the groundedness, the bring it down, turning it down a notch or two or a few notches or a lot of, and the ring is also like grounding, or there's a removal of objects. So again, something that a reminder or an emblem or symbol, changing it, relinquishing something and leaving something behind, and perhaps performing some sort of ritualistic action. It doesn't have to be a true like witchy thing. It just has to be like, this marks a significant shift in my timeline, and I'm observing it in giving this object away and then putting this on. So it could be performative in that aspect, which rituals are performative in general, right? Again, there could be a reminder, there could be something even that the way you speak to yourself, like I have to do it, or I have, like, that's my job to do that. So also taking time to reflect on that, and if it truly is meant for you to do all of that, or maybe it's time to give that up. Maybe it's time to give that aspect of yourself up and put it down. Okay, leave it behind as you because when your ships are ready to sail, then you can move away from it, right? So it's preparing for that. Within that, remember, we ask for the flow to come in. So what will take its place will replace that, right? You are very wise in the way, but this isn't about a fight, okay? Wow, a lot of walls are up. A lot of karma has been brought to your attention. Will you keep that in order, or will you call for new order, right? Like a replacement. Like something about legs. Like, I don't know why I get the table, the symbol of the table, like replacing the legs of a table. Is that a thing? Isn't that a thing in some cases, like interior design? Oh my God, look at this. Okay, what is the Taurus Sun and Rising Collective leaving behind over the next 2 weeks as we approach the full moon in Taurus? What are they thinking about at the top of their mind? Okay. So at the top of your mind is worry, concern, financial concern, or just this spiritual, wow, moon in Taurus. This is Mercury in Taurus. Sometimes I call it moon in Taurus, but perhaps what I mean is that it's coming back to your body, breathing through it, realizing that whether you are or aren't, without, you could be feeling left out. You could be feeling the pinch, a financial pinch, or worry or stress about finances. But you're coming out of a time where maybe this is just the top of your mind. You're like, you were at once very concerned with budget, sun, something coming up in the month of January. Like in January, you're concerned about finances. But what you are leaving behind, you could be leaving behind 4 of Discs, Sun in Capricorn. Yes. It could be right now that you want new work because you don't feel particularly successful in this line of work or at the job you're at. Whatever role or position you're in is just very standard. It's just meeting that, okay, which is very different for you. It's a very different message for a lot of you. Then maybe what I feel more instead of going by what I ask is like I'm guided to tell you that in itself may cause the concern, okay? But it looks like there's a brand new start. You're taking a leap of faith. Also, is what you're looking forward to is this risk worth it? And right now you're more concerned about the financial risk. So it's actually where I'm trying to go with this is like being less concerned about the financial risk as long as you have a budget in place and you're honoring that budget. And then also turning the concern to more so looking forward to taking the action, to being inspired to take the action accordingly. Are you budgeting? Are you only worried? Or are you budgeting and do you know why you no longer want to take this role on and why Spirit is pushing you outside of this comfort zone so that you can go in a new direction and you can have a fresh new start, one that will come with inspired action, and then it will be up to you then to keep that momentum going, okay? So that is here though, good news out of this level of concern that you're at, okay? So in your power, look, it's clearing that mind, making sure you have that clarity to make the decision. But I believe that you are making the right decision, okay? It's healing. In this time of healing, in this time, the journey is marked by intense level or amount of healing, okay? It's actually bringing you to this powerful stance, the Queen of Swords. I will take this as where you stand in your power. Okay. Hello. It was focused. Okay, it's coming into focus is what I assume, is that you're centering. There's a lot of advice coming through, like make sure you center and you focus on healing, especially how your emotions guide you to do to take that inspired action. Are your emotions truly guiding you in the right direction? Okay, truly, or are they helping you to make the right decisions, right? Sometimes maybe the message here is that they make you react quickly, okay? Which is just typical of a emotional giving into emotions, right? Is very reactive. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying that in this timing, it is very important for you to determine that for yourself, if that is happening, okay? My ears are burning. There you are, Libra, shadow aspect of Virgo. Again, bringing in a quality of health because of these things that you want. Work, okay? Financial wellness. Okay, in your surroundings. Thank you so much. said earlier, the karmic, it's more so like karma becomes very poignant in this time. It is just significant that all of a sudden it just like karma comes knocking at the door. And what I mean is you start to see it for what it is, that it truly, you are in observant mode, right? So it makes it more clear and powerful that the decision needs to halting so much action outside of you so that you can take time to determine a clear decision for yourself, okay? For a big change in your life, okay? Wow, a big change in your life. That's the advice. I'll take that as the advice, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? You have the Fool, you have the Scales, Balance, Libra, okay, Justice, card number 8, and then you have Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, the fixed signs. So taking action in a new manner towards something new, allowing that to whisk you away to take you where it needs to, applying only control on significant aspects where you can make decisions, and then leaving the rest up to allow it to come in, okay? By setting yourself up for that success, okay? The outcome. The Knight of Swords, it's like you will take action, okay? The outcome, look, success. Moon in Taurus, how funny is that? The full moon in freaking Taurus. We go from your concern, 5 of Pentacles, to success, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Discs is the moon in Taurus, okay? A successful outcome through clear, decisive action, okay? Not moving so fast so that you can move fast where that momentum needs to be asserted, okay? I get that a lot. I get why that happens to us, right? It's like, hey, all that you're doing over there, pause so that you can pour focused. Knight of Swords, Gemini, and that's shadow aspect of Taurus. Taurus, who are you? Why give so much? Okay, it's that weird message of kindness is good until it's not, right? Like, moderate the level of kindness, okay? Clarity on the Fool. You're being spiritually led, spiritually guided, spiritually supported to create this new level of work, whatever that means to you, to go onto this new job, this new role, new company, okay? To garner support, spiritual support, okay? Maybe it's time to reevaluate spiritual practices, the daily ones, okay? Prayer or observance or meditation, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, the Fool. Yes, it's like you're applying or interviewing. You will be, okay, 5 of Wands. And you are the one, you are the top choice, 5 of Wands. Saturn and Leo, okay? Because you honor hard work. That's true. That's in the message. Yeah, and you will leave wherever you are at. You're leaving, causing ripples. You are likely leaving sooner than expected. You know, sometimes our managers, our companies have plans for us, and sometimes we have plans that don't match up with their timeline, and that may cause tower moments. Like, they thought they knew, but they didn't know that I was going to leave before they could, you know, do this or that, or promote me or fire me or whatever. It's like, let me get it going on my own. Yes, see, leaving, because honestly, maybe this line of work, this place, it has left you feeling. Can I spin it too spiritually? I know I'm so freaking spiritual and like righteous sometimes. I get it, Taurus. I get that I can be such a righteous asshole, but we're all working on something, right? Don't forget to hit like. I just can't really appease people, okay? Ace of Cups. It's like the more I try to be good to everyone, is like, fuck, no. But look, Scorpio season, you're real, like, the way I want to spin it is like this Five of Pentacles, Five of Discs shows up when you're all worried and stressed about money and this or that. There's a reason for that, because God comes in and is like, okay, divine child of God, you're worried about money. Let's do something other than that, and let's look into where this stress really comes in from. What is causing the stress? What is causing distress? What is causing you to feel that you've lost it? And actually then own it. Feel that you have lost it, lost your way, or it's not a good choice for you to stay there anyway. So in that shift of perspective, it brings you to life, back to life, death, rebirth, right? Lucky card number 13, death. After this tower, this breakthrough, this enlightenment that you are worth more than this Five of Wands. Okay, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords tries to come out, the truth. Okay. Sorry about that spiel. And then, can we get clarity on the discs, Six of Discs? Oh, look. Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, 777, lucky strike, okay? Oh, wow, the sun, lucky strike. Look at you, okay? Enlightened to why you had to pause, okay? Putting down all those struggles, the fighting, the rushing, the wanting to get it all done, the wanting to do everything for everyone. No longer doing that. Seven of Wands, Mars and Leo, okay? Coming back to you, taking action for you. Saturn in your sign of Taurus, because this is not working out for you, okay? It's not working out for you when you do everything for everyone else, when you allow the company or these clients or these people to drain you. And in essence, you turn to you look at where you are pouring all your energy, where you're being drained of your energy, where things are not turning out successful. Okay, it's not a blame game either. It's because it's the reason why this is being shown to you is not to be like, look at what you did, Taurus. It's like, hey, look at where you're going, Taurus. Look at what you're attaining now that you realize this, taking action from that point, okay? Creating the opposite effect of this, your lucky strike, number 19, the Sun card. Okay. Don't hate me. Hit like. Taurus, we end the reading, and I send you a lot of love, all the good that won't come out of us, that is trying to come out of us. I'm here for it. I got you, boo. Talk to you soon. Ciao.